All right, everybody. Thank you for joining. Today is August 25th, 2021. This is the production readiness subproject of Kubernetes SIG architecture. And we have effectively no agenda today, so hopefully this will be quick. I don't recall if Ray has joined us before, but Ray, welcome.
I have not joined you guys and want to introduce myself. I'm the release team lead for 1.23. I just want to say hello and that we did implement the production readiness review soft deadline for 1 week before enhancements freeze, currently on September 2nd. I did have a question and want to get your input on, like, should we even have soft in the official schedule? I'm thinking about making a PR, just removing it as well, because to me, a deadline is a deadline, and we have exceptions. If it doesn't meet that deadline, so anything that doesn't meet deadline will fall under an exception, or it'll be reviewed under an exception. So,
right. Well, welcome. I think that in our discussion anyway, we didn't want to make it. We didn't want to necessarily force an exception request, and add more. We're sensitive to the amount of process we add to the overall release, and the amount of burden we add for folks. So we want to be careful about that. And the reason for the soft deadline really is to ensure that this team has enough time to review and do the back and forth. If it's a deadline, then they'll start thinking, well, we have to have it approved by then, but you don't have to have it approved by then. This is just hey, if you get it to us in the last 24 hours, there's a good chance that if we find anything wrong, you're not going to make it, right? So really, it's more just about a warning. So I don't know if other folks have thoughts on that.
I see it similarly. I guess part of that might be because I often sit on the receiving side, where there's a lot going on, and I miss something, and I'd like accommodation when reasonable.
Yeah, so I guess the short answer is I don't really want to make a hard deadline for folks where they have to have something ready a week ahead of time. That I just think the implications of that will be, what does it mean, right, to have it done a week ahead of time if it's not approved, right? Because it's not really done then. And I think whereas like enhancement freeze, you have to have it approved, right? That's a freeze on when it has to be approved by, and so this is a less formal thing, and I prefer to keep the word soft in there to indicate that it's a less formal thing.
Okay, we'll keep it in there.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm just going to take another row. So other than that, I was hoping, David, I know you've been looking at the production readiness review survey results, and it's a lot of work, isn't it? Would love to hear an update on where things stand.
So I successfully got the raw data imported. I have written down the manipulations that I did, and I've managed to manipulate it to get the data types correct, and then to like denormalize the table into a format to try to build a report from. I went to build the report, and these guys at Google, they just make this terrible product, and we need to talk to them because it didn't want to read the data from my table, and so I think you gave me the hint at the end of last week to try to do like a select as to do an insert, and I have not done that, so I need to go ahead and do that. And then I need to go try to reshare. I tried to share, And I think I finally figured out what's happening. We have a permissions bot that goes around and says, "Oh, no, you can't share with these people." And the permissions bot is coming in and eliminating everyone with a not Red Hat email.
Right.
And that is not awesome.
Well, I'm skeptical whether it will work anyway. At least, I don't know. Because you might need some sort of project viewer permissions in order to get the lower level permission, and that's probably not something you can give us reasonably, and that's a reasonable thing for you not to give it to us.
Yeah.
I did talk to Bob and to Aaron Krickenberg about getting us a project for this in the Kubernetes Google Cloud account, and he said to file an issue, which I have not yet done. So, but we should be able to do that, and that would get us, this team, our own little BigQuery and Data Studio world to work in, where we can share whatever we need to share. So don't worry, I guess don't worry about the sharing pieces, because I think you're just going to cause yourself headaches trying to get that to work, and it's probably not going to work.
Okay. So what I actually plan to do is to go rejigger and do the select and the insert to hopefully get myself data that the Google report tool will allow me to use. And then probably ask you to handhold me through some of the reports that, or show me the report you had before, because I forgot.
Yeah.
And then
I wonder if there's a way for me to
report.
export. If we get that other org, I wonder if there's a way for me to like export all of that data and stuff. That would be.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it's painful, but it's one of those things where like if only you can see it, like I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I hear you. It took me. Those tools were new to me too, right? So when I did it a year ago or whatever that was, so it just takes a while to figure out the tools, and especially if you can't see my past stuff, that's pretty tough. Okay, well, that sounds good to me. I don't have anything else. Wojtek, do you have anything you want to discuss?
No.
Have you guys started splitting up the list yet? That was the only last thing on my list. I have not looked yet at what is open. And beyond the ones I'm just going ahead and reviewing PRs for in general, making sure the PRR is complete. I haven't looked yet.
I already
go ahead.
I already grabbed 4 or 5, which were either things that I was doing a previous release for like previous milestones, or was like pretty connected to those things, but those were, I didn't even have a chance to actually review them yet.
Yeah, I haven't looked at all. And Ray, how many enhancements are we looking at most likely this cycle?
I can't tell you that right now, since the call for enhancements went out only on Monday, so we only have one in there that's actually opted in. But I know of several that are going to be in, so we won't know until September 9th. I know I was in Signode meeting, so they have a good number that they're getting ready to opt in. Like and dual stack is one that's going to be a big one. I know they were interested in opting in as well for stable. So I'll let you know in a few weeks, but right now I don't have a good number.
I guess I'll have the questionable fortune of doing the dual stack one again. Okay, awesome. Well, I don't have anything else. Let's call it then and give everybody back some time.
All right, data transformation, here I come.
Have fun. Thank you.
Bye.